Conquest has had some significant changes to meet this big new scale that we have for 2042.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is a leap for us, right? And when we go to 128 players, and when you go to a larger play space, you can't just kind of copy what we've done before. We had to also kind of reinvent how we approach level design and how we approach pacing in the game. Conquest is all about the freedom, the access to the sandbox, being able to choose where you fight, how you fight, where you want to go. To be able to really make this play really well, we've altered our way of handling level design. And you can go further east and you'll find a bunch of high-rises, skyscrapers. And so there's a whole section there where you can enter the skyscrapers, you can go up to the top of them, you can zip line between the roofs, have fights in between the rooftops.
The team's super pumped, and we're just looking forward to when we get the chance to show the world what the DICE LA team have been working on. It's quite special, I'd say.
It's going to be good.
It's like, what the hell did we just see?
So what you just saw was the Battlefield portal. It's a new community-driven experience that gives players the freedom to write their own rules and shape their own battlefield. This is a real love letter to the fans from our incredible team.
And and this is your squad.
Yes, this is the fantastic Ripple Effect team, and they deserve all the credit in the world for creating this great experience. We've had so much fun bringing back some of the most beloved vehicles, gadgets, weapons, and maps from past titles.
Well, thank you all.
Huge credit to this amazing team and everyone who's made Battlefield 2042 possible.
Ooh, sorry. I mean, I am as shocked as you.
So I uploaded my video the other day giving my first impressions of Battlefield 2042, and at the time, performance was abysmal, but even more than that, the game itself was just missing so many features that not only come standard in Battlefield titles, but almost every FPS on the market. Things like missing scoreboards so you can't tell how good you're doing compared to your teammates. This complaint was brought up thousands of times already, and it's still not in the game. Not only that, but a screenshot has surfaced that one of the devs from DICE actually believed that this personal stat screen is better than the classic scoreboards that every FPS game features. Things like not being able to choose what squad you're in, because the game only allows you to play with 4 players in a party. If you queue up and happen to end up in a game with more of your friends, you can choose to leave your squad, but if you want to join another specific one, you can't. It'll just throw you in a random one. Things like voice chat not being implemented for launch, now confirmed by the developers. This is, of course, to keep you safe while playing online so you don't have to hear someone talking shit over the mic. DICE has opted to keep you safe in an M-rated game over promoting actual teamwork in a squad-based large-scale FPS. Let that sink in for just 1 second. Things like weapon bloom actually being so out of balance that SMGs are at times more accurate than ARs. Firing assault rifles more than 30 meters is absolutely useless, and when the maps are so wide open and large, you feel like you pretty much need to snipe or use the marksman rifles at this point. And then you have DICE lead game designer actually defending the Portal weapon bloom by saying that in Portal, when it comes to Bad Company 2, It's tuned exactly like it was back in the day, when it's obvious to anybody who played it that it's not. People have booted up Bad Company 2, and the comparison videos are making the rounds. Something about that sprint hipfire still being locked in when you ADS and you shoot while moving, whatever that issue is, to see the developers and some of the EA game changers out here defend it when it's one of the main issues in the game, it's just sad all around. And I'm really wondering how some of these EA game changers, some of the people who are Battlefield veterans, can sit there with a straight face and defend it online. Things like only having 22 weapons at launch, with the next content update coming with the first season, which I believe is set to arrive in February. There's nothing to grind here that's going to keep people playing long term. 7 maps, 22 weapons, and only 2 game modes. You don't even get TDM. You don't get squad deathmatch. You don't get anything. Not even small versions of these maps to play on a smaller conquest of 64 players. Performance is something a lot of players have been complaining about online. I would hope that that will be addressed sometime soon. Now, I dropped my video discussing the performance and my experience with the game, and man, did a lot of people come through and just shit all over my opinion, which is okay. It is what it is. A lot of people think that a day 1 patch is coming on the 19th, and it's going to fix, man, all of the issues that people are having with Battlefield, the coveted day 1 savior patch, when just a few days ago, when they dropped the latest RTX gameplay, they said that Battlefield 2042, the FPS issues won't be solved on game launch. There's articles that were written about it, talking about that RTX trailer and the FPS concerns. Tom Henderson reached out to a few developers in regards to that frame drop issue, and the consensus was that it is what it is until after launch. If there is a day 1 patch coming that can fix a lot of these issues, great. A lot of you also believe that this isn't the actual launch, and then that's happening on the 19th, when you can look at the content all over the place. There's reviews going out about the game already, reviews in progress. The Metacritic for this game is sitting at an 81 at the time of recording, with a user score of 3. Like it or not, this is how the game is going to launch, in my opinion. If on Friday the 19th we get a day 1 patch, I will gladly jump back in and be like, hey, this is where the game is at. I'm going off of what the reviewers are going off of, what the game changers are going off of, what everybody else is going off of, and I'm giving you guys my thoughts. I don't think this is acceptable for a PC game to launch in this state in 2021. And for me, it's really sad to see a lot of people chalking this shit up to it being yet another Battlefield launch. And hey, we knew what was coming. It's Battlefield, okay? They always have rocky launches. As somebody who has been following and covering video games for a long time, it's really disheartening and sad to see the state of gaming nowadays, where a company can put out a product in this state with articles being written that it's not going to be fixed at launch, yet people still defend them, and I just don't quite understand it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm very disappointed in how this whole launch has gone. And again, if something changes on Friday, I will be the first to update you. But for now, I can't see me playing any more of it until we see what that patch is going to bring, if it even exists. My name is Big Fry. I'll see you guys on the next one.